Most people never get rich because they're stuck in the wrong mindset. They think working hard and being grateful is just enough. But that's exactly what keeps them average. See, in this video, I'm answering two powerful questions that I was asked live at the RiseCon. Those questions are about how to build growth mindset across your entire team and what it really takes to break through plateaus when you feel stuck. I'm gonna share the exact mindset shifts that took me from a refugee camp to building a $150 million business. Same shifts that can help you go from struggling, stuck, and plateau to unstoppable growth. Let's get into it.
How do you inspire and trigger a growth mindset through entire organization? Because ups and downs, that's who you're relying on to kind of get you through this one, establish the next.
So I grew up in an Armenian family, and to us, it's a very limited. You came from a refugee camp. Be thankful that you come to the United States. If you're making $10 an hour, be grateful. Stop asking for more. So it's constantly the programming of having the closed mind, right? And you go out there and you settle. You start to be average. You start to say, thank God for having whatever I have, and you don't go after more. So for me, the way we work here at Axe Elite, the way we open up that growth mindset is through a square formula. The reason why it's a square is because there's 4 questions you got to ask yourself every single day. What was the highlight of my day? Right? What exactly happened today that I am grateful for, that I actually looked forward to, that made me raise my energy level, made me want to be able to be more engaged within my business or with my family or with my friends. Doesn't matter what it is. Growth mindset applies to all aspects of your life, right? So the first one is, what was the highlight of my day? Second one, what did I learn today? If you didn't learn anything today, it's a waste of a day. So you have to consistently force your mind to be exposed to new information, exposed to new relationships that are going to trigger and push you to learn. Because when you have a closed mindset, right, you're ignoring the obvious. You're not collecting any nuggets. You're not collecting any principles that are going to make you better. So ask yourself, what did I learn today? Third one, you look at your day and you say, what could I have improved upon today? I made 150 cold calls. Could I have made 180? I said this rebuttal, and I could have answered it this way. Let me pull up my call recording and listen to why this client did not buy. What can I improve upon? The last one, okay? The last one is, if there's one person that I need to talk to that's going to help me win the day today, that's going to bring the light to the day today, who can I call, text, and show my gratitude and give them my time and take their time to be able to say, you know what? It was an impactful day, it was a learning day, and it was a day that made me better.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, love it.
So Albert, let me turn it to you. And one of the other things is as you try and get to the 100 billion or the billion, 100 million or the billions, there are many, many places and times you hit a plateau. You hit a spot that you can't seem to break through. Even though it's on the surface pretty successful, you might be making a couple $100,000 or a million or two. What does it take to take it, once you hit cruise control, how do you regas and go up to the next level?
Yeah, so for me, I opened my business in 2013, and first year was the toughest year for us because we're in the attic, right? You have big admirations, big goals, and you start to think, okay, how do I go to the next level? I've been a top producer. I know how to sell. I know how to recruit. I know how to lead. And I looked at my resume, I said, what separates me from everybody else in a technology world? Because here I am, immigrant, come from a third world country. English is my third language, no education. Who's gonna trust me? Who's going to want to work with me? So then I started to look for, okay, let's look at some of the greats. And I look at Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and came across Tim Grover's book, Relentless. And in Relentless, what I learned from me, what I developed is a formula, and I want everybody to pay attention to this one because it may seem simple, but if you just apply these 3 things, everything will change for you. Those 3 things that I learned, okay, is that you have to learn how to turn off your emotion. You have to have ice in your veins. And I came out with the ICE formula. I stands for intensity. Nobody can beat me. If I'm gonna go in the technology world, if I'm gonna go out there and compete with people that have larger resume, education, money, resources, relationships, one thing I have that they don't have is the intensity that I'm going to work at. is how I'm going to do things. They're going to come into the office at 10 o'clock. I'm going to show up in the office at 6 a.m. They're going to leave at 6 p.m. I'm leaving at 9 p.m. I'm going to do more, and I'm going to do better, bigger than them. So the first one was intensity. The second one is, okay, you can do something big for a short period of time, but that's not going to get you to the places that you're looking to go. So the second one is that you have to take intensity and combine it with consistency. You're going to have challenges in your life, right? Raise your hand if you went through a divorce, okay? Raise your hand if you had a family member that died, okay? Raise your hand if you pulled your back and didn't feel like getting out of bed. Well, guess what? That's what kills your consistency. Because you start to pick up momentum. Millionaires love momentum. So if you're looking to get to $1 million revenue, you got to get into the momentum. And the best way to get through momentum is through consistency. My dad had a heart attack. I can't do anything about his heart attack. I still got to get my shit done. I still got to show up and take care of my responsibilities. I got my daughter sick. No problem. Here's the medicine. Take care. Mom will take care of you. Daddy got to go make shit happen. So it's the amount of interruptions that you have. So minimize those interruptions. Stay consistent. And when you combine those two, when you have intensity, consistency, you become effective. You become effective. Whatever it takes somebody to do in 5 hours, you do it in 2. When somebody goes out there and spends time doing things that don't make them money, you're doing things that make you great. You have your kill shots. That's what helped me take things to the next level.
That's incredible.
Right.
Give it up. Give it up.
If this video helped you shift your mindset, that's just the first step. The real question is, what habits are you repeating every single day? Because mindset gets you started, but habit is what makes you rich. That's why in my next video, I break down the 5 tiny daily habits that took me from broke to building a $150 million business. Click on that video right now, and I'll show you exactly how to put that mindset into action.